Hello, hi Gunneth, how are you today? How are you? I still have about a minute left before my intro Twitch ad ends, so I'm gonna wait to get started till then, but figured I'd talk to my subscribers first. Doing great. I decided to try something different today. I mean, we're still doing Minecraft, but something I haven't done yet on Minecraft. I'll explain in just a minute. I'm doing great. Settled into my new place. I have a wonderful girl taking care of me. You'd like her. Okay, so my ad is done. My stream preview is not showing the stream. Can you see my screen? Oh, there it is. It just needed to reload. She is very weird. That's why I like her so much. Let me get this started. So, what we're doing today is we're on our mushroom island. We're gonna do some work here, getting some things ready, but I want a wood farm because it's the last thing I need before I can start building a storage building. So I thought about trying to figure out a wood farm of my own, but there are some really good wood farm designs already out there. And so I think I'm going to, I just realized I only have 2 rockets. And I don't know if I know how to get back which direction it is. If I fly the wrong direction, I'm going to end up in the middle of the ocean with no rockets. I have a design for ianxofour'S wood farm, which is like the gold standard in wood farms. It's automatic. It works great. There's no sense in me trying to recreate something better than that because I don't think anybody could. I know I definitely can't. So, what I'm gonna try to do, that's a mushroom island there. I think this way is the way we need to go. I'm gonna try to have that up playing on my other screen. So there might be some breaks while I'm listening to his little block by block tutorial. I will link that tutorial in the description for this stream for anybody rewatching. There's my tower. Okay, so if that's the tower for the center, that means our base is that way. At least I hope it is. Yep, there's my boat. Okay. So I have to decide where I want to build the wood farm. And then I have to get some stuff prepped for it. But first we want to come back here and just kind of resupply. I need to bring an ender chest so that I can have everything. These are all empty. We emptied them out last time. I have some regular blocks here. I brought those over to build the tower. Yeah, so this is all my stone. Started using stalker box to store stuff. So I came back specifically because I didn't have any rockets left. And I needed to turn the rest of these into rockets while we're here. I guess what I can test real quick is I'm going to play the live stream for a little bit. I'm pretty sure, or not the live stream, the video. Pretty sure I have it set up so that I can hear the video, but you guys can't. I'm going to let it play for a minute. That is exactly what I wanted. So I can hear the video playing in the background, but it doesn't go out to the stream. Let me know if you heard it, if you didn't. I just don't want to play his video over my stream. I'm sure it wouldn't matter, but I have the basic idea of how this farm works. It's not super complicated, but there's some like really specific spots where you have to have things. And so that's why I want to follow the tutorial block for block. And normally I would just do that off camera, but I'm trying to do as much as I can in this world on stream. So that way people can see everything, including the things where I break things dramatically. And that couldn't have been much better. Completely filled my inventory. And then I'm going to put some other rockets back here. That way I always have rockets at spawn in case I forget to put my rocket box away. And then gunpowder we'll just throw in here for now. Again, the whole purpose of doing this is so that we can be building our storage room, and then all of this stuff is going to get taken over there. So let's think about that for a minute. So that's the map room that I'm going to build. And then I've already scouted out two islands over here. We have this one here, which is where I was thinking of building the storeroom. This one over here is next to these ocean monument. So this is kind of going to be like a more of an industrial area. So I think a good idea might be to build it on this island. So let's think about doing that. We don't need a huge amount of space, but we do need a flat space. And if we build it up here, then I don't have to worry about mob spawning. Because this is going to be an AFK kind of farm. Let me know what you think about the music if it's too loud. I'm playing some heavier music today, so it might be too loud, it might be too quiet. I don't know. Because I wanted to listen to some industrial music today. You can barely hear it. That's what I was worried about. I turned it down because I thought it was heavier, and I thought maybe I turned it down too much. Let me bring it up. That's just below the bottom of the top of the green line. So I'm still louder than it, but it should be more audible now. Let me know if it gets to the point where it's too much. What I need to do is go back in and set up audio ducking, and then it won't matter. I could have the music be real loud, and whenever I talk, it would quiet itself down. But I have not gotten around to setting that back up again. It's on the to-do list. The to-do list in my brain. I should really actually start an actual to-do list for the stream. I don't know where I would do that. It's not like I have like 6 different monitors in front of me. I think the first thing we should do before we start building here is put a portal over here. After we flatten the area out. I'm using my silk axe because it's giving me the mushroom block, and I want to collect some for building later. Typically use the fortune axe when I'm cutting stuff down because I tend to hit leaves with it and then I have a chance to get more staff. I think. I know you can. I know that works in Bedrock. I don't know if that works in Java. For somebody who's been playing this game for 16 years, I don't know a lot. We have 25 in-game days left until I'm going to do a YouTube recap. It's probably, I'm going to try to do some where I use some of the footage, but this early one, since I'm still learning, it might be mostly a world tour of what we have so far, and then I'll put in some clips of us building some stuff. I think it's probably the best way to do it. With that video, I will have a world download. So anybody who's watching or is watching the replays, whatever, they want to mess around with the stuff that we built, I'll have a world download for you to grab. And I'm probably going to try to do that every 1 or 500 Minecraft days to start. So it won't be too often, but I think we did. Actually, I can check. Let's see. I just updated this yesterday. I was working on it. So playlists under construction with Ender. This is the 36th stream we've done to get to this point. And they're all available to rewatch at your leisure. But the goal is to make it so that people want to follow the series, but they don't have time to sit and watch me do 50 hours of work. They can watch the recaps at every 40 episodes or so of the stream and just get caught up and then start watching again then. That's the plan. I might adjust how often I do that, depending on like how much we get done in streams too, because like I don't want to do a recap if we didn't, you know, especially when we start AFKing a lot to run some of these farms, you know, I don't want to do a recap that says I AFK'd for 500 days. But we'll play it by ear. This shovel is about to break. I gotta keep an eye on that. Might want to grab a silk shovel if I have one, because I could get some of this mycelium dug up in case I want to use it somewhere. Bring my chat back up. I'm still working out having the chat where I want it. I haven't figured out a way to do. I want to find a web-based thing where I can do an overlay of the chat, because then I could have it running on my gaming PC, and I could overlay it in the game so that I could see it. And I think I can do that. I just haven't had time to figure that out yet. It's an ongoing theme with me, not having had time to figure things out. Let's actually do... I'm just going to open up a notepad document for today. Now I have something where when I'm thinking that's something we need to work on, I can just write myself a note. Ooh, silk. Perfect. So now with the silk, I can get the mycelium block. I'm going to collect resources. Might as well collect a bunch of different ones. Does my mic sound the same as it normally does? I have it in a different placement than I used to, and I'm concerned with it being off to the side. It's not picking me up as well. Let me know. Good. Okay. I actually kind of like it better like this, especially getting prepped for next week, hopefully, when I have a camera set up. Because then I can... You can see my face instead of seeing the mic in front of my face. Alright, I think that this should be a low enough area. I kind of want to have a single chunk to build it in. And this is a nice single chunk. I don't think I have any obsidian in any of these boxes. I think I'm going to have to go back to spawn and grab. Now I gotta remember where I have everything. Everything's just kind of mixed together right now. There we go, obsidian. All set. I'm gonna need a flint and steel, and I'm sure I have one in here already. Oh, there's more obsidian. I'm sure I already have a flint and steel, but whatever. Probably already have one in my backpack. Yeah, but I have flint. For now, I guess I'll just put a portal right near this area, because I'm probably going to move it later, but does not matter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now I'm not going to light this because I'm not going to go through it on this side. What I am going to do is 685, 467. That's 61, 60. And then 467 is 58. So 60, 58. Instead of going through it from this side, I'm going to go into the nether. I'm going to dig a tunnel on our hub to that point, and then I'm going to light it from that side, and then it'll connect it exactly without having to deal with any building it from somewhere else. Practicing my fancy flying maneuvers. Well, that wasn't good. What's happened there? Was there a creeper? I don't know. Why didn't you warn me there was a creeper in here? Oh, and he knocked my sign off. I think it was that guy. He's the one who did it. Tell me what you know. Couldn't get him to talk. $60.58 is where we're going. So it's going to be that way for the X. And this way. Trying to think. So if I wanted to be... Yeah, this way is the closer way. Then we go 60 blocks this way. Okay. Obsidian. Oh, it still didn't connect though. Oh no! No! And this is a closed cave too. That's what I get. This is karma for me setting that villager on fire, isn't it? I also... I thought about it. He does have really deep pockets. I did think about this when I was doing the... When I was choosing the spot, I was like, you know what's going to happen is I'm going to get mining fatigue. I'm not going to be able to get... I'm going to get stuck somewhere. Flash pockets. Is there gravel above that? There is. Okay, great. So, that's not what I want. Now, if I do that, that's gonna fall. I want to go down this way. Okay, so let's go back in. It's probably going to reset my mining fatigue. But I want to see. This is 489, 477. I think the mining fatigue is a neat idea, but it's so annoying. I think that they should make the timer on it shorter, because then it would do the effect that you wanted. When you're at the Guardian farm, if you haven't taken out the Elder Guardian, they're gonna hit you every couple minutes. If you make it like a minute and a half, it's gonna get refreshed by the Elder Guardian. Making it 5 minutes just means that if you accidentally get it and you leave, you gotta wait 5 minutes for it to go away. About to go away though. I think I did the math wrong is why that portal didn't work. 685. Should be 85. And then double check the other one. This is why you don't do math on stream. To 58. So 85.58 is correct. I had it at 60.58 for some reason. Where is this going to take us? Will it take us back to that portal underground? No, it takes us to a whole new place. But our mining fatigue is... So 85.58. Oop. Did not think, should not have thought I could have made that jump. That was just silly on my part. Sidestepping like this when you're digging down in the nether is a good idea. Because you can go down like 10 blocks at a time. Or 5 blocks, whatever. But you can see that you have a block to land on. Because there's a good chance there's going to be a lava pool underneath. So if you just alternate, you dig like that, you can do it. Pro tip. Did my click button not work? Uh-oh. My stream deck's not working. Let's try that again. Why? Why you no work? Huh. I'm gonna just try restarting the stream deck. Still not working. What is your problem? There we go. Fixed it. Fixed it. Oh. Oh, you know what? I should. No, I shouldn't. If I go back down to that portal underground to try to get rid of it, I'm just going to get mining fatigued again. That portal being there is going to bite me in the butt at some point. Mark my words. Okay, so now back at 80, oh, this way, 85. So this should go straight to the tree farm. It does. Then we should go back to the Nether Hub, which we do. I had a feeling there was lava up there. All right. Now we have a nice little path to get back and forth. What I'll do for now is just put a sign up here that says tree farm. That way, and I'll put one above the portal. I'm trying to be very good about labeling stuff because I have a tendency to just slap portals down, and then later on I'm like, where the heck does this go? So I'm trying to be a little more conscious of it going forward this time, since this is more of a permanent place. The tree farm. Okay. Cool. Now we can get back and forth where we need to go. First things first, let's actually go back and empty this stuff out, and we have the area flat now, so I just need to grab the resources I need to build it, and then I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna empty out my boxes and get ready to actually start doing the building. So this tree farm is going to be one that is designed to plant down saplings, and I can AFK at it, and then as soon as the tree grows, the farm will break the blocks, and I'll collect the wood in a chest. So it's not one that I have to like actually chop the wood, and that's what I want, because I need to get like a really, really large amount of wood to make chests when we start building the storage room. There's going to be a lot of chests, well, probably barrels too, but lots and lots and lots and lots of wood involved. And I don't really want to spend a lot of time manually digging wood. I'm just not a fan of that. I am going to... my backpack, did I put a bed in it? I did. So we're good there. So we can set one down over there. I think I'm going to actually take one over to the wood farms. Let's make one. Do a gray one. I don't think I have one of those yet. And then I'm going to bring up this tutorial that I'm going to be following. I want to see, does he have a list of resources that I need? Probably does. If you've never watched them, ianxofour'S is he does these tutorials that are like really, really well laid out and detailed, and I like them a lot. So if you're trying to build something technical in Minecraft, he probably has a tutorial for it. Okay, so this is what I need to grab. I'm going to bring that up. We're going to grab something. I need some blocks. You know what? Instead of grabbing a bunch of those, let's just grab one of these. I'm going to need some scaffolding. So let's see. Do I have string? There's some string. There's some more string. And I definitely have bamboo. And I need how much scaffolding? I'm gonna just make a couple stacks of it. That'll be good. I need some obsidian, which I have in one of these. I think I threw it down in the nether. There was some in one of these chests. Cool. So I have obsidian. I have the scaffolding. I need some signs. I have my wood chest with me, so I have that. I'm gonna need some hoppers, so let's grab some iron. No, I have iron in the ender chest. I have that. I have that. All of that I can craft. I have iron for that. So I need to get soul sand and kelp. There's some kelp. Now I have some soul sand. Okay, and then I'm gonna need a piece of TNT, so I'm gonna need some sand to make that. Okay. Rest of that is redstone stuff, which I have, but I'll see. I might need some more redstone, so I'll bring some with. And then water, but I have water in here, so we're good. All right, we can head back over to our thing. Let's use our tunnels. We made it. Okay, so first thing I need to do is build the box for the collection. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, I want to make sure this is all inside one chunk. Oh, look at that. I just happen to be right on the chunk for it. Perfect. Parts of this farm are directional, and so that's why some of it gets a little complicated, so that if you do it in the slightly wrong direction, you'll end up with some weirdness. I'm actually going to dig down and build a blocks underneath here. I wouldn't need to. I'm just putting the water collection on top of here, but I want it to look at least finished. Okay, and then the next thing I need to do is the water. So I have water. Cool. So far, so good. I think that's the last I need the water for right now. Put these away. One, two, three, four, five. I need to be facing west. And then I need to be sitting right. Need to make a note that I am standing at 708, 79, 450. Don't really need to worry about the mobs here, but I'm going to put that down anyway. Safe. Cool. Okay, so next I need oh, I don't think I brought need some wool. Okay. Trap door. And then a block here. Okay, I need quartz. Tools. Back. Okay, so to make any observers is what I'm trying to get. I think I need some cobblestone for observers. Don't think I can use smooth. Oh, of course I have the wrong thing. I also need pistons. So I need a little more cobblestone for that. I have redstone, but I need some torches and a lever. So I think that's all I need. I can craft anything else I need when I get. Okay, so let's go back a little bit, follow it from the next step. This block is replaced with a trapdoor. We need an observer that looks at that. This is flip lever, right, burrower, jungle, and brown. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need a block up there. Okay. That's fancy. What do you think, Gunneth? Think it's gonna work? Okay. I don't know how people come up with these things. It's a little too complicated for me. Like, I understand how it works. That's not too complicated. But like, it's crazy to me to like be able to like to sit and look at the redstone and be like, This is how I can make this work. But I guess like if you're working on it a lot, it's like a lot of components. So when you get the... Hold on, let me finish typing this sign out by now. So flip lever up for jungle, huge fungi, and brown mushroom. Cool. Okay, so I turned that on and I don't want that on for when I'm starting. Yeah, I'm sure like it's a matter of a lot of different little components. So he worked out how to do like a TNT duper, and then he was like exactly where he needs to place that, and then just a matter of refining it to get all the components to work together. But like I am glad that he doesn't do this stuff and other people like him can do this stuff, because I am not going to figure that out on my own. Okay, so I finished the tutorial. I didn't bring any saplings with me. It's kind of silly building a wood farm. I'm going to see if I can get the sapling in here. There's an azalea one. And try it with that, which is fine. I don't know if the azaleas even drop oak saplings. I want to try it with oak. I can bring that. I can Sorry, I was responding to a message and I lost completely train of thought. This is all done. I followed the tutorial. Pretty easy, actually, surprisingly. But I think I need bone meal too. I don't know if I have any of that. I'm just gonna fly and grab some. Let's get everything back so I have the chat up and everything. And then we can test it for a little while and see if it's working. I'm going to grab a couple different saplings. It works. This works for every type of sapling. You have to change some of the blocks for it, for different ones. And there, as you saw, I was putting down signs that show different settings you have to use for different types of wood. But you can use this for pretty much anything. So I want to get some different saplings. We can't do dark oak with it, which is fine. I can build another farm for that, or just mine that manually. The nice thing about dark oak is that you get a ton of dark oak when you do it. So there's spruce, there is jungle. I'm not going to grab the nether ones. There's cherry, more of these. The big thing I want to grab here though is bone meal. And I have a bunch of it down here, and I can get more. Yeah, let me know what you think about this farm. I will put a link up to ianxofour'S video, because it's really, really well done. I want him to have credit, of course. And also, like, if you're going to build it, I can't think of a better way to follow it, because some other people have made tutorials for this and similar ones, but his is just done really well. Very easy to understand, and didn't take me long. Look, what are we at? We're at an hour and a half, but half of that was setting up another tunnel over here, so I think that we're doing good. So if I take bone meal, I put it in my offhand, and I put the saplings here. Can I do that? Or is it the other way around? Okay, then let's turn this on. But we should be safe from the explosions, and so should all the blocks, or most of the blocks. And so we just sit here, and as we place down a sapling, we hit it with bone meal. Now when we AFK it, what we would do is we wouldn't have bone meal. We would just place down the saplings. And so what you can do, he said, is when you're holding down the saplings in your hand, hit F3 and T, and then you let go. And now it's effectively like you're holding down your right mouse button. The issue is, I think without the bone meal, a lot of those saplings, since they get broken off, are not going to fall down. And I think I'm going to run out of saplings. You did have a comment about that, and I'm going to look at it. And this might be controversial, but if you change the game rule for TNT explosion, drop decay, false, to make sure that's on. Basically, that means that I think that is the default, but I just wanted to make sure. What that does is it makes it so that the TNT will not blow up drop items. So like when the TNT hits there, you see how the saplings don't blow up. They're still sitting there. And so they eventually get knocked down into the water. so the other thing I want to check, the purpose of this is as the items go in, yeah, that's working. As the items go into the collection over here, since we're standing on top, any blocks that go to us, they put in there. So where? Oh, it was putting the logs in our inventory because we had open space. And that's fine. But if we have that game rule set to true, which is, I'm pretty sure that's not the default setting, then we'll never get our saplings back. So I think I did just run out of them, which is unfortunate. I'll have to look and see if I'm doing something wrong in it. Important things to note is that this scaffolding isn't just to get up there. He's actually sending the redstone signal through the scaffolding, and that's why it's set up exactly how it is, where there's a piece here, and then there's a piece there, and then there's a trapdoor. So basically, the trapdoor signal is changing the status of this scaffolding, which means that up here at the top, I'm gonna be careful not to get blown up while I'm here looking. I should turn it off. But up here at the top of the scaffolding, there's an observer that's looking at the scaffolding. Right under here. And so that observer is sending out a redstone signal to fire off this this thing here if it's turned on. So if we turn this lever on, it allows the signal to go through the nudge thing. And then the signal also continues up through the rest of this scaffolding. And then this observer is sending a redstone signal into here to duplicate the TNT. Pretty fancy stuff. And so all we need to do is have enough saplings to get started. And then we can AFK at it and get a whole bunch of logs without doing any work ourselves, which is the goal. So I'll have to get some more saplings and try it out, and now we'll be able to AFK here and get a bunch of wood. The other thing we can do, if it's not sapling positive, which I'm not sure if it is, I can just do some collection of saplings by planting a bunch of trees across the area, cut them all down, get all the saplings, and then I'd at least be able to go for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna look real quick at this thing just to make sure. I just want to look to see what this looks like, make sure that I have it exactly what I want. Even if I'm not using this as a AFK farm, and I just grow trees, and then I get like more logs out of it without doing the actual harvesting of the trees, I'll find that to be very satisfying. I think I do need to have more saplings in my inventory to start, because I'm going to run out before they cycle back around and start getting back to me. But that's okay. I can handle that. Maybe I can have this sword. I think I didn't get those saplings. Got one there. Ooh, that's not one. I'll have to mess around with the saplings to figure out exactly the best way to do it. Birch seems to grow much faster than the TNT drops. But I think that the issue is I'm trying to do it with the bone meal to try to get things going faster. If I just AFK here and let the trees grow, then I think it'll be better. I also want to put some light over here. I don't think I can put any torches here. Oh yeah, that would work. Just to give me some extra light. Tell you what, let's turn this thing off, and then I'm gonna go get a whole like stack of saplings, and then we'll just let it go. I have to get going soon anyway because it's almost 5. I'm gonna do another stream later this evening, and we'll mess around with it some more. But I can do some like AFK testing to see what happens while we're gone. So let's go get a bunch of saplings, and we'll let it run for a few hours while I'm off doing things, and then we can check in on it this evening when I do a late night stream. There we go. We have a whole stack of oak sap there. I don't think that just placing saplings is going to eat through my hunger enough to make me die from starvation. I'm not sure. We might need to do a regen beacon nearby if we want to do this for long AFK sessions, but I think we should be okay for a little while. Put all this away except for those. I'm just going to grab a random shulker box out of here, and this will be where I put my gear. I don't need any of that, including this. That way I can easily re-equip when I get back up. We're going to go up here. We're going to turn the farm on. think it's nudging because I think I turned that back on while I was testing and didn't turn it back off. So I'm gonna go up there and check it out. I just want to run this the way it's supposed to. And then if it's not working, I probably did something wrong, or maybe it just doesn't work in this version, and I have to do some more research. But we will find out. Flip lever right for jungle and brown mushroom. Okay, so this is off, which is good, where we want it. Because we're doing it. Oh no, I didn't know that leaf was there. Okay, I didn't have much on me. The saplings. Where did my saplings go? So I think because we have 64 there and they don't get destroyed, since they occasionally get knocked off, I won't run out of 64 saplings before they get cycled back around to me. So I think that's what this relies on, which is why it's an AFK system only. If I have it bone mealing it, the saplings break too fast, and then I run out in my hand. But let's see what happens. I'm slowly going down. I want to see more saplings making their way through the water and getting back to my hand. It is now going back up, but I want to see if it runs out at any point. Okay, so I was just watching a little more to see the instructions. I feel like something is off with my timing because the TNT is going way too quick. Maybe I have the delay wrong here? So I'm going to go back to the video and watch the placing of that because I feel like there's something that's messing it up. It isn't working exactly how I want it to, and it's very frustrating for me because I'm losing a lot of saplings. So I don't know if it's because I did something wrong or if it's not working. I think I'm gonna need to do some more research, but at least we have it built and I can test with it. But it is now 5 o'clock. I'm gonna have to call it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.